honor to God and to your revered and distinguished pastor who hits the title doctor, but he preaches like a doctor, walks like a doctor, and acts like a doctor. And I know about it because I am a doctoral candidate. And even much more because I know he's married to a doctor. Thank you ever so much for your sensitivity and for your friendship, your love, and the receptivity. And I'm using these words because I know when you walk in the church where there is a Dr. Philip and a Dr. Philip, you better know that you have an impression when you talk. My dear friend David Dean and my friend Richard Watson, the chairman of our board, Richard, and the project manager, David, and I just said our spiritual guru, Randy, have been such a great inspiration. Something happened in the history of Liberia and the United States that never happened before. Your pastor. Preached with such zeal and zest at the Liberian embassy. I walked up to him just how I'm feeling now with the hair on my hair rising. And I said, Doc, you've never been to Liberia before, but you just went to Liberia. And his wife climaxed the situation. Passed at the Culpeper Ministerial Association for one of the most outstanding prayers. Now, I told one of my doctoral peers at Virginia Union University that I'm a graduate of Virginia Union University, the best preaching school in the United States of America. And I said, that Jacob Phillips, man, that dude can preach. Last night, to my amazement and surprise, people flew from more than a dozen states celebrating with me this departure. All of my life, I have wanted to be president of Liberia, and people even call me Mr. President, whether that is true or not. I started a spiritual journey last Palm Sunday, and the Lord told me, no. Now, I have done everything perfectly well. I've been in 5 major newspapers in the United States, including the Washington Times and the Washington Post. I've had the opportunity to shake hands across the corridor with many lawmakers and American government officials. I just knew that it was for me. I was accused of being a CIA agent because of my close tie with the United States of America. When war broke up in Liberia, I was selected to prepare the statement and to deliver it at the American embassy. Somebody came up to me one day and said, why don't you get up and go find a job somewhere? I said, you don't know who you're talking to. I'm a big man. I'm somebody's child. I'm God's child. I am happy and excited. And I know the Reverend Dr. Hitman is ready to get on here and shake us up. But when Deacon Nelson stood up and sang that great song, sang 2 great songs at the embassy, for black folks and white folks hold hands together. when they walk together and they talk together. It's a different word. I thought in 1993 when President Clinton was supposed to have a meeting with me, and then I got a call that he had a Middle East stuff, that he wouldn't be able to meet with me. I felt disappointed. I said, man, I worked so hard to promote Liberia and American relationship, and what is this? But guess what happened? That disappointment has transformed itself into a man called Jacob, a woman called Charlene, a man called David, a man called Richard, and a man called Randy. And what will God do when this team hold hands together? I told Pastor Charlene, I said, when I get to Liberia, one of the projects we're going to make is that your folks will be wearing African. We will just send it, and they will buy it at whatever cost or price they can afford, whether it's at a gain or a loss. But we want you to go African. When Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. put his neck on the line to bring white folks and black folks together, he was doing America one of the greatest favors in life. When you go to Liberia, you find many, many black structures that have the name Gabi, everything you can think about here. I pastor a church where every February we have Black History Month celebration in Liberia. I have a background of an indigenous African setting, but also of an African American setting. I'm glad to be here. And I want you to know that even if I don't see you again on this side, that our God is an awesome God. Our God is a great God. And that this church is partnering with us in Liberia to make a difference. When last you checked the book and saw 3 white folks with 1 African dude come to your church? To God be the glory. Great things he has done. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, your friends in Liberia, where your pastor and the team, please raise as much money, because they are coming in March of next year. They are running a crusade in Africa. Hallelujah. I want you to join in giving a stand ovation. Not to me. Of course, people like to make me feel like I'm handsome, but you know myself. But to some of the greatest angels the world has ever known. You can walk down David Beam's path and you know that you are saved. You can walk down Richard Watson's path, you know that you're saved. You can walk down Randy path and you know that you're saved. I want them to be seated. I want you to stand on your feet and like you've never done in this church before, clap for some white dude. Let me close by saying, if anybody thinks that America, the United States of America, the greatest country on earth, can be destroyed by pessimism, by fear, by arrogance, or by hatred, you're making a mistake. This country is God's new Jerusalem. The things that you take for granted here, the food that you waste, the old cars that you abandon, can be used in Africa. God bless the United States of America. God bless the Republic of Liberia. God bless the great state of Virginia. Thank you very much.